your aggro deck is very good. Decks that hit 100 points in the queue get pushed up to being immediately the next deck that we play. That is a high number to discourage people from changing my order that I have set, but it's also high enough that I'm just going to, if someone sends that much money, I'm willing to adapt. Legacy went okay yesterday. That's fine. Concealed Courtyard. Statistically, like Chad Tribal or Eldrazi in Texas? Probably Eldrazi in Texas, right? It's gonna be a tight Hull Sculler, sure. You can read about my opinion on Splinter Twin in Modern and lots of other cards in my article on Gathering Magic on Friday. My Friday article on Gathering Magic is going to be talking about data in Modern, and just looking at explicitly large Modern events since we've unbanned Jason Bloodbraid, and it's going to look at what cards I think are safe to unban based on that information. Hey, Cam Bam, thanks for the Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making stuff on Twitch right now, so thanks for choosing to support my content this month with that. Peak's actually a great draw here because it lets Disrupting Shoal counter a Fatal Push or a Path to Exile here. Yeah, Arena Rector looks sweet. I am certain we are going to play a lot of Nick Fick decks that people submit with that. Canon will accept those. Well, thanks for watching, Silco Maverick. I'm glad you enjoy that. Am I getting to Eureka Tell tonight? Maybe. I plan to, we're definitely playing, for my evening stream tonight, we're definitely playing the vintage deck that's in there that, we're definitely playing the vintage deck tonight. Following vintage with legacy probably makes the most sense, so yeah, we'll probably do Eureka Tell tonight after the vintage Storm deck. So I don't have a lot going on here right now, unfortunately. Sleight of Hand's decent. Let's take a peekaboo here. Hey, wannabe Beetle. Where is that holy diva? They can make chat an actual competitive advantage, right? So we're looking for a TBR or a Lightning Bolt to clear this out of the way here. Those are 2 lands. Okay. I guess I'll take that. And I'll do this. I think I'm just attacking here. Like, they're gonna block, and I'm gonna use Mutagenic Growth to eat their thing, but I'm not just gonna sit here and not attack, I don't think. Whoa, just no blocks. I think I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna let them take 4. So, the vintage deck list, I don't normally accept vintage deck lists, much for the same reasons I don't accept pauper deck lists, but if your face is on a banner underneath me, and you send me $100, I will play any format you want. So, for larger sums of money, I will play most things. Most of the pauper donation deck lists we did, in addition to being not particularly popular, they were also the bare minimum donation amount. That was definitely the combination of why I stopped doing that format. I'm gonna be honest, I genuinely have no idea what Battle Bond is. I know it's a new set we're releasing. How many lands are in this deck? There's 17 lands in this deck. And we kept a 3-lander, and we slighted into double land, and we drew a, Magic's a low variance game sometimes. What deck do you recommend playing in a meta full of Tron, Eldrazi, and Panza? You should pick something super linear and super aggressive. Those decks are all really bad against decks that that get under you. So my standard numbers were okay, but honestly, there's just so many people making standard content that I really feel like I'd much rather focus on, like, one, there's definitely a higher demand for modern than there is for standard, and I'd rather focus on the formats that have less people focusing on them rather than like fight to overlap with those other formats that have more people working on them, basically. Yes, wannabe Beetle. Of course. That is in fact exactly what that means. All right, so Blood Moon is good against poop bears usually. Yeah, I threw bridges in the main. I think that's fine. I think I want to just cut the Disrupting Shoals and go up on threats in a matchup like this, because they're kind of a removal heavy mid-range deck, right? So I think trimming Mutagenic Growth probably makes the most sense, because they don't have red-based removal. I don't think I quite want to Dispel, but I think this is fine. I guess Flame Slash is good because they're a Thought-Knot Seer deck. Let's do this. Maybe Abrade is good here too. I'm here for the memes and the marginal value plays. Well, we definitely have plenty of both of those. This seems fine. Good selection of cards. We need a third land at some point, but seems fine. I wonder if this should be a Bedlam Reveler deck. Maybe. I could see that. I could see that being okay. We haven't played any games. The problem with Bedlam Reveler is that it's not particularly aggressive. I think we're just top-topping here, right? Pop, drop, and lock it. We'll go like turn 2 Fiend, turn 3 Blood Moon. We've even cleverly left the Blood Moon on top of our deck so they can't discard spell it. Hopefully we will get to punch our "you no longer get to play Magic" button. Play a Grizzly Bear. Come on. You know you want to play a Grizzly Bear opponent. Where's your Grizzly Bear? Just not Thalia. God bless. Look at that. Look at that Grizzly kitty. Who's a grizzly looking kitty cat? Yes, you are. Just the most grizzled kitty cat there ever was. Yes, you are. Have a Blood Moon. Enjoy. Welcome to Thunderdome. Modern is fun and interactive. I am doing well, Usabus. Welcome. Good morning. Or afternoon, maybe, if you're in other parts of the world. Hope everyone out there's having a good Wednesday. All right. Let's take a peekaboo. What you got over there? How many uncastable spells you got? That's so sad, opponent. Oh, they didn't even play their Shambling Vent because they couldn't play their Shambling Vent because they don't have any. They couldn't play their spells. They don't have any colors of mana other than red. Now it's really weird that you boarded into a mono red deck, opponent. Boarding into a mono red deck seems like a weird plan. Seems loose. Roar! Oh. Blood Moon. Blood Moon is... It's really something. Do I want more removal on the draw? I want more removal on the draw. Temur Battle Rage is probably a little bit loose against a removal heavy deck, especially when I'm boarding in threats. Everything else is optional. Burgle understands. Burgle's been here. How would you rate Green Black Rock in terms of piloting? The most important thing about playing the discard-based mid-range decks in Modern is that you need to be familiar with the cards you need to be taking out of your opponent's hands every single game. So you need to be familiar which cards you need to prioritize with your Inquisition and your Thoughtseizes. And if you're familiar with those, it's really not that hard to pilot. You don't have that many sequencing decisions with the decks. Mostly just like make good mulligan decisions and play your cards on curve. Do we have a misfire there, moderators? I think I'm just gonna fetch a Shockland tapped here. I'm gonna hold my cantrip so that way I can trigger my thing in the ice later. I did get the donation for allies. It's in the queue. It is in the queue. I'm gonna lead on Kiln Fiend because I'd rather they kill this than kill my thing in the ice. Nivik sucks at clicking. I'd time him out for it. Alright, we're gonna get punished. And this is, again, like, they're gonna get to do their thing that says I don't get to play Magic this game now. Like, now I don't have a red source, so I can't take this off the table. God bless us. God bless us, everyone. Never forget that Magic is a skill game, and the better player always wins. Alright. I'm gonna be a little greedy here and play the thing in the ice first. If they have another Ghost Quarter, we could be a little bit sad here, but they don't have another Ghost Quarter. It could be a pretty good spot. I guess Path's a little annoying, but something's gonna get Pathed at some point. Alright, let's go ahead and bolt this nerd. Then I'm gonna fetch a Steam Vents tapped, and then I'm gonna cast Serum Visions. And the reason why I'm fetching before I cast Serum Visions is because this way if I bottom cards that I don't want, I don't have to redraw them later. Or I'm less likely to redraw them later because they're going to stay in the bottom. I think I just want all of my threats here. So I'm going to go top here. So that way next turn we can go Young Pyromancer, cast Serum Visions, draw the Kilnfiend, make a token. How many instant sources are required to play Thing in the Ice? It's kind of a complicated question. The answer is that it varies depending on what your deck is looking to do and how quickly you're looking to flip Thing in the Ice. Because like this deck wants to like aggressively flip Thing in the Ice, right? Like it wants to flip it as soon as possible so it can kill people with it. Whereas like there's definitely other decks where, I think I just want both of these. There are other decks where your goal is to kind of flip Thing in the Ice a little bit slower so that way you can use it to control the board. That's a good draw. I think I just windmill Enigma Drake here. I think Back to Basics is actually a much better designed card than Blood Moon, because Back to Basics you can actually be not greedy against. Back to Basics, when someone puts their Back to Basics in play, if there's basic lands in your deck, you can actually fetch those basic lands. Whereas with Blood Moon, if someone Blood Moons you, your fetches no longer find you stuff, basically, is what it comes down to. What's going on, Inya? Welcome. Good morning. Morning to everyone, or afternoon, wherever you're at. Thanks for dropping by today. One's got 5 cards in hand, so I assume their hand is just like mono Thought-Knot Seers and stuff like that. Or like double colored spells, maybe. I held my cantrip last turn, so I want to use it to pump my Kilnfiend up. think I'm about to be pretty aggressive here. Between Kiln Fiend and Enigma Drake, they can't kill both of my things, so I think I would like to just beat them down. Kind of just looking for more cantrips at this point, right? So I can keep like using my Pyromancer and cycling through these things. Bottom of land. Take this bolt, send it upstairs, and this is lethal if they don't have a removal spell. I assume they're gonna have a piece of removal here, but like even if they have removal, like they're still taking 7 this turn down to 5, and then like they're dead on board to the Enigma Drake. Island is your land, Island is my land. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So you're dead? We probably do the most manually, right? We time people out on hard mode here. We're a big deal. Look at my flying Drake. Just get in there. Get him. Get him. Get out of here, hateful bears. You hateful, hateful bears. That sideboard plan felt really good. So I think one of the places this deck definitely looks like it struggles on paper is against decks that are going to have a lot of interaction and removal heavy against you, and like being able to like board in additional threats and like some dispels and stuff to protect them seems pretty reasonable there. Like the opponent's deck definitely has a lot of 1-mana spot removal in it. Yeah, we've actually played the Turbo Visor deck on stream before. It's fine. All right, Jeff does social media, episode 2, or this skew. Most in Magic, most random effects aren't on competitively playable cards. In Hearthstone, they're on lots of playable cards. Yeah, cards like Collected Company and Aetherworks, Marvel would never define standard in Magic. You are right. I don't know how I lived before we had the gift search. I really don't know how I did social media before the gift search existed. The gift search is like God's gift to Twitter. This deck seems like a good place for Randy in the sideboard for other reasons than it's Randy. This could definitely, other than the fact that we're playing 17 lands, you could probably play Talrand in this deck. Can you link that desk again? Oh, standing desk, yep. It's the best. Oh, my bot's dead. Uplift desk, Nola Gold. Uplift desk. If you do a Google search on Uplift desk, you should be able to find it. Well then, this sand flips thing in the ice pretty quickly, huh? Sand flips thing in the ice pretty quickly. Sand could be anything. I don't even know. I don't even know what this hand is, but we're gonna keep it. Oh no! Oh no, not Celestial Colonnade. That's gotta be tough for us, right? I feel like Celestial Colonnade's gotta be a tough matchup. Let's find out. My gut says, like I said, I think my gut says the interaction heavy decks are gonna be harder for us. This could definitely smells like one of them there interactive heavy decks. Alright, hopefully we're gonna flip something in the ices next turn. Mono Red Belcher. That sounds like a dank meme. Dank memes can't melt steel beams, but you get out of here when with your negative Nancy talk like that. Detention sphere. We have no time for negativity like that here. No time. What's it called? The bot's currently dead. I'm gonna manually post this. This is the donation queue. Sorry about that. The bot, may it rest in pieces, is currently offline. All right. I did start a little bit early today, so you'll want to follow me on Twitter or get notifications on my Twitch to know when I'm. Oh, that's a real good one, chat. Could they be dead this turn? Is there a non-zero chance we're about to lethal them? I think there's a non-zero chance we're about to lethal them. It's feeling like this could be lethal. I'm really hoping we're about to welcome them to Thunderdome. I might have missequenced here. Maybe I was supposed to just play the Battle Rage. If they have a Snapcaster here, we could be in trouble. Yeah, the Scales deck seems awesome. I think it's a really neat take, and there's a lot of awesome math in it. I would play Grishelbrand because Titan Breach is a really boring deck to play. Oh, are you dead? Oh, taste it! Taste it! That was delicious. Modern staple dive down, ladies and gentlemen. Modern staple dive down. Swing low, sweet chariot. Come along to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Do 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 do. I'm pretty sure I want these cards. I'm pretty sure I don't want Lightning Bolt. Nice reactive blue deck. It's a good thing we have these Manamorphose brewing. What's better, this Bolt or a second Disrupting Shoal? I'm pretty sure I want some Shoals left in my deck just for like the middle fingers to the sky getcha value. But I'm not sure how many. Disrupting Shoal to force through Blood Moon is kind of hot. Dive Down helps you inside of combat, which is nice. Miziums can only give +1 defense, and like you're pretty unlikely to ever overload Mizium skin. They had a Path to Exile. We just had a Dive Down, chat. Get with the times. Get with the times. Stream Decker's working at least. Logic Knot's not a target. That's fair. So they have negates. They have negates in post board for sure, and they sometimes have mana leak. I'm gonna leave 2 shoals in. Maybe. Again, this is not my deck list yet. If you're new to the stream, this is a donation deck list. So someone sent us their dollary dues and was like, please play these 75 Magic cards. And I was like, I've never played these 75 Magic cards before, but they look sweet. Let's do it. All right, we're looking for a basic Island or a fetch. I think I'm gonna go bottom here, just like looking aggressively for Islands and fetches. Oh, I should have boarded out some Temur Battle Rages. That's what should have happened. All of my Temur Battle Rages should not be in my deck post board here. 10 out of 10 should not have all of my Temur Battle Rages in my deck right now. That is definitely the case. There should probably be like 2 Temur Battle Rages max in my deck at the moment. What was I wanting instead of the rages? Just anything else. Even the lightning bolts, just like pressure their Jaces or have a little bit of reach would be good. You just generally don't want battle rage against decks that tend to have a lot of interaction. Yep. Morning drain. Yep, yeah, we beat Poop Bears. We bested Poop Bears. See, like, this is an instance where having a lightning bolt in my deck would be valuable, right? It's okay. I tend to block out that Poop Bears exists in my mind too. This is probably the point where we can no longer win the game. It's probably the point where we can no longer win the game. Yeah, that's exactly why. I played the Enigma Drake on 3 because it was pretty likely they had a counterspell of some sort, and I'd much rather Blood Moon Resolve than the Enigma Drake, especially since I had 2 Drakes. Well, that's a bag of dicks. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pack it in at this point. That is not something we are beating. Just out of threats. So yeah. These battle rages. I'm just gonna swap them 2 and 2 for some bolts. They had a basic plains. It was their rightmost land. Let me give you a quick timeout for typing in all capitals when you can't see the board state. I will not be going to SCG Con. I haven't played enough SCG events to qualify for the Invitational, and I have 0 desire to play no banlist Modern. So it's hard for me to justify taking like a 5-day trip to like not play a Magic tournament. Need 6, right? We need a 6-drop blue spell, chat, so we can beat these Terminuses. These Termini. I think I'm gonna peek on one so I can know if it's safe to play Kiln Fiend on 2 rather than play Serum Visions. Let's take a little look-see-poo. What you doing, opponent? What you got going on over there, huh? Oh, you got some toys. Okay. Those are some nice toys you got over there. All right, because I drew Dr. Peasy, I think I'm just gonna pass here. And next turn we'll go Dr. Drake plus cantrip. Morning, Breeden. Let's see if they jam Azcanta or not. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yep, yeah, Gataxian probes and stuff like that show over here now. It's quite great. Actually made an improvement. I don't even understand. I think I'm in the market for both of these things, right? It's definitely need threat density. That's not close. Kind of sucks that we drew a land. We definitely would have bottomed that. Oh, you know what? They're gonna path my Pyromancer, right? So I'm not gonna draw either of those cards anyways. So I probably should have Sleight of Handed there as opposed to Serum Visions, knowing that my opponent has Path to Exile, because they're almost certainly pathing me. I was thinking I wanted to set the scry up for next turn, but that definitely wasn't going to be what was happening. Is this Blood Moon meaningful? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. No, I think it's worth taking the line. I think not searching there is pretty bad. You want your mana advantage in a matchup like this. Save Path, Terminus. This will hopefully lock them off of casting like Jaces and stuff like that. Makes their search for Azcanta worse if they eventually can flip it. So we're definitely not playing out both of my cards next turn. God, Dispel's a good hit. Am I playing out both of my cards next turn since I drew a Dispel like a professional? Probably, actually, right? They have exactly Terminus on top. They get to get us. Sweet. This Dispel, this path here should mean that there's not a Terminus on top. Save Terminus and then 3 cards I don't know. Sculpt some mines. Ooh, found a piece of candy, chat. Found a piece of candy. Could be anything. Even another Manamorphose. That's almost certainly lethal, right? We can counter a 1-mana spell or a 2-mana spell with it. Swing low, sweet chariot, come along to carry me home. Do 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 do. Are you dead? You died, opponent. You died. Hey, good morning, Anoronics. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hope everybody's having half a good morning as I am here. My name's Jeff Hoagland. We're hanging out playing some modern Magic the Gathering here. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. I stream here full-time, and a big part of why I'm able to stream full-time is because of my subscribers. My subscriptions start at $4.99 a month, or if you're one of the many people out there who has Amazon Prime, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, that gets you a free Twitch Prime subscription to a channel of your choice every single month. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it included in what you already pay for. You can also support my stuff by checking out some of my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. Love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you, and if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com. Buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. Mac Weldon provides premium men's clothing. Using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoogleClothes, you can save 20% on your first order of premium shorts, socks, underwear, t-shirts, all sorts of great stuff that they have there. And of course, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. At the very least, if you are enjoying my content, make sure you hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try and post the names of the decks that we're playing on a given day in the stream title so that we can know what to expect when I go live. I mean, it's a lot of damages. It's a lot of damages. Everything fair and balanced in life starts with Mutagenic Growth, right? The 4 lands is a little bit medium. I wonder if this is supposed to be a mulligan because it's got 4 lands in it. What do we think? Yeah, probably. Actually, is that in the queue already? I feel like that's in the queue already. Is this Turbo Depths, the Tinfin Depths? I don't actually know. Look in the queue. There's a Turbo Depths deck in the queue. I don't know if it's the Depths one or not. I think this is a mulligan. I think it's got touched too many lands. It seems like not exciting, but it's got some cantrips in it. I'm gonna bottom a Bolt in the Dark here. We really want a threat. It's not how much you donate, it's how long you've donated. Tumos, thank you for the 33-month resubscription. That's a long time. Thanks for sticking it out. You are very close to being the first person with a 3-year subscriber badge. Thanks for re-upping and welcome back. Okay. That's a Drake. It's decent. The Bolt's probably okay against what they're doing too, right? I'm gonna go top here. Next turn we can go Bolt plus Sleight of Hand, and then we can play Drake the following turn. Yeah, if they're like a Steel Overseer here, we definitely need to kill that. It's an X spell of some sort. Hopefully not Hangerback Walker. Just Ballista, yep. We paid mana for... We did, in fact, cast Cancel. Cancel was definitely put on the stack. Pretty obligated to take a land here, I think. Am I? Am I obligated to take this land? We'll get a land at some point. The Kiln Fiend's pretty good. They probably don't have a lot of interaction in their deck. I'm a liar. I'm going to take the Kiln Fiend. I'm going to Bolt now because the white source means they probably have Dromoka's Command in their 75. And I really don't want to get savaged by a Dromoka's Command if I let them untap. Man, was anybody playing Standard when that card defined Standard for like a year and a half or 2 years? That card was like, that's what Standard was. That's what Standard was about. Like, that card was like the bee's knees of Standard. Just enchantments were by and large mostly unplayable. This is the Holy Diva special. I didn't really play limited then, so I don't really have an educated or informed opinion on whether or not something was okay in limited or not. Unlike a lot of TCG players, if I don't have experience with something, I just don't try and talk about it. No reason to make stuff up. It's based on the song Holy Diver. That's great. So we're really looking for like a Mutagenic Growth here, so we can just like punch them in the face with this Battle Rage, right? Just square in the face. We're dead as soon as, like, next turn, right? If we would have hit Mutagenic Growth there, we would have had lethal. Almost certainly, but we didn't, so we don't. I'm just gonna play this and hope to not die, I think. All right, please don't kill me. I like the no blocks there, Rogue. I think the no blocks is the play to win line from the opponent. Like if they have Hanger Backwalker here, we're probably super dead, right? The Aether Vial Walking Ballista Hanger Backwalker deck is interesting. Hey, Jackson99, thank you for the 3-month resubscription. A quarter of a year. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for continuing to help me do what I do here. What do we got? Looks like they're paying for an X spell. Is OP's meme bigger than ours? That's a good question. I feel like we need a meme measuring contest? Oh, we're super dead, right? Just like they just get to like motorboat down our squad here with these Arcbound Ravagers. Your turn late there, Mutagenic Growth. I think I'm gonna bolt this right before blocks. See what they do here. Maybe I'm supposed to wait till I sack an Arcbound Ravager. I think regardless of how we slice this, because they have double Ravager, we're going to be in trouble. Yeah, I think the opponent is so focused on just like being able to contain our board that they didn't do the stop pivot count of like checking to see what their backswing damage is, not realizing they're supposed to change roles. It's a really easy mistake to make. Hey, almost missed it. Warcraft Nerdy, thanks for the 3-month resubscription. I do appreciate it. What's going on, Holy Diva? We're currently 2-0, and we're about to lose this game here, but we're currently undefeated in this league. That's not angry typing, chat. I feel like whenever people talk about my typing being angry, people must just like type really slowly, which I don't understand how you can type slowly if you use the computer a lot. Although I probably use the computer more than most, so maybe that's fair. So rejection looks great here. Abrade sounds excellent. I don't know that we're supposed to board into... Yeah, I'm not angry, I'm just loud. My keyboard isn't angry, I just type quickly. These Disrupting Shoals are probably kind of bad. It isn't even a mechanical keyboard. This is a $10 HP Amazon Essentials keyboard. You just like, you use it till it breaks and you throw it away and then you buy another $10 keyboard. I got 2 more trims here. I'm pretty sure I want the Abrades and the Rejections here. Is Mutagenic Growth good enough? I feel like if we're racing, the Mutagenic Growths have to be good, right? Hey, Ewok the Brave, thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate you. Thanks for re-upping. Yeah, the MTG bot is currently rest in pieces. Pretty sure this hand is a keep. I don't know. We have a lot of cantrips and lands. All right, well, we'll have just done social media on stream one more time, and then I'm gonna close Twitter. Just like people saying something has to suck. God bless you, gift search. All right. Aether Vial. For Jeff does Twitter, keep that angry typing alive and well. Thanks for the bits, Rekindled Soul. Magic players are they're so willing to shit on other things that aren't Magic for the sake of just shitting on things that aren't Magic. I like this Hoagland Twitter stream. Oh, that's fucking rude. Well, that's rude. I'm glad we're really lucky. How much of donation to see you Twitter for an hour? I don't know. We brought in all the Abrades, right? Yeah, I brought in the 3 Abrades. Am I playing more than these 3 decks? No, I'm only planning to play 3 decks this morning. My Wednesday stream during the day are shorter than a lot of my... that was dumb, right? I should have played these in the other order, maybe. I don't know, that's close. My Wednesday morning stream is shorter than my other streams during the day because I'll also be live this evening. I stream on Wednesday nights as well. What costs 4 mana? They have like a Sahali or something? Oh, they have a double X spell. We found a piece of candy, chat. We found a piece of candy. I would very much donate towards a Jeff tweet stream. We're playing against green-white hardened scales, which has actually become kind of a thing, which is weird to say. Yeah, Steel Overseer. Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. I guess we're gonna get to flip this thing in the ice this turn though, right? Can we comment on Reddit on stream? That sounds dangerous. Commenting on Reddit on stream sounds dangerous. All right, so do I want to just clear their board here? I could also just like plan to send a bolt upstairs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, do I need to kill the Hangerback Walker so I can bounce the tokens? I just play the deck lists in the queue. So if you go to bit.ly/donation queue, whatever's on there is what I'll be playing. I couldn't afford the Reddit Twitter stream. So if they block here, I can bolt this and make this big enough to kill this. Yeah, I think this is right because like, so here's what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt this Steel Overseer, which is going to kill it. And then when they go to activate the Hangerback Walker, I could bolt the Hangerback Walker in response, or I could just let these trade. I kind of like just passing priority and letting these trade. And like now, on their turn, when they fire up the Inkmoth Nexus and attack in, I can just go Manamorphose, Lightning Bolt your face, upheaval your board. So like, sans a Path to Exile, they're gonna be in a pretty good spot here. Sure. Yeah, Drake's been okay. It's been a good threat so far. Hits for a lot. Having 4 points of defense is a big deal. The fact that a lot of the threats to this deck are pretty resilient to Lightning Bolt feels great. They can put counters on Thing in the Ice. Well, that's a bag of dicks. That's a big old bag of dicks. I definitely didn't think about that. Did they not think about it either? Because they didn't, Nope. They didn't realize it either. God bless us, everyone. All right, yep, they could have sacked one of those tokens and proliferated that. I'll take it. Big bucks, no goes to Reno. God bless you, opponent. Good guy, OP. It's a very easy interaction to miss. Like, that's not why this card is in their deck. Because if they saw the line, I'm probably losing the game regardless. So I don't think there's a reason to bolt Think Moth. You were disappointed in our Stasis League. The deck wasn't very good, Justin. I don't know what you were expecting. Is this a Disrupting Shoal matchup? They probably don't have Path. I kind of want to put Enigma Drake back in since they have Chalice. Like, do I want to trim any of my 1-mana spells because they have Chalice in their deck? Peak is probably worse than Opt. I'm definitely going to change that. I don't think I really give a shit about what cards are in their hand most times. The opponent's deck is the most medium without the card it's named after. I don't think Peasy is good enough. Cut 1 or 2 cantrips. That makes sense. Yeah, I'd already cut 1. This is 2 peaks out. 2 peaks out seems fine. Let's do this. I don't think we can really cut Mutagenic Growth against a deck that we're potentially racing. What an excellent Hearthstone hand, speaking of Hearthstone. Unfortunately, this is Magic, so we need to mulligan to something that can help us find stuff. I would love a second land. Thank you. Did they do the old complain to you and double down after you timed them out for being a dick rogue? That's my favorite. I'm gonna cast this now, just in case my opponent... Just in case this... Look, so many people on Twitch are so used to getting to armchair game and just like shit talk people on the screen. It's amazing to me how unfathomable it is for some people to just like be a decent human being. It's a Twitch extension called Stream Decker. It's very great. I really wish the other popular streamers on Twitch would start using it. Makes the content much more accessible for players watching. You add the Twitch extension to your page. If you're not familiar with Twitch extensions, you should do a quick Google search. There's a lot of information on it. Yep, all right. You got the card their deck's named after. I guess we have the card our deck is named after too. Gundog with the $20 donation. Double down on Magus Storm with a better deck list and maybe get some legacy action soon. Keep up the quality content. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I'll get that added in for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and Kiln Fiend here. They have a Walking Ballista. This kind of sucks, but they don't have a Walking Ballista. We are gonna run them into the ground. You're not wrong, Master Jareth. You're not wrong. Yeah, Innkeeper works outside of streaming. There's also another tool called HS Deck Stats that does a lot of great stuff too. Yes. So the modifiers stay on the card. When you transform Thing in the Ice, it's still the same card. It doesn't leave play and come back. Chalice of the Void was a very good draw. Abrade. God, they have so many 1-mana spells in their Chalice of the Void deck. I guess we're just on the play double Thing. Flip them. Maybe I probably should have let on Thing last turn, honestly. We could dodge like Arcbound Ravager. Hey, Socio Penguin, At any rate, thank you very much, Penguin, for the brand new tier 1 sub. Thanks for helping me do what I do here. I do appreciate it. The scales into Chalice into Ravager. I think we're done. I think we're pretty dead so here. I guess I can theoretically flip my shit soon, right? Are we dead on board? They activate this. They have 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we're actually dead on board if they figure it out. Yeah, I think. Yeah, the fact that if I would have played this other Thing in the Ice, we might have been able to be in this game, but we're just gonna be dead on board. We were actually dead on board last turn and they missed lethal because they could have fired this up. Then they had 2, 4. Yeah, it's just super dead. I'm not dead this turn, but I don't have a route to actually win the game, chat. I understand I'm not dead on board this turn. I was dead the previous turn. I'm aware I can flip Thing in the Ice here. But the problem is I don't have a route to actually win the game after I flip Thing in the Ice, chat. Magic isn't just about not dying. I literally don't have the tools to win this game once they redeploy this and make a bunch of 1/1s. So I understand you're focused on not dying, and this is why people don't concede fast enough a lot of the time, is because we don't actually have a way to actually win the game after this happens, because my opponent just redeploys their stuff and they go super wide and I can never attack through. Chat, Kiln Fiend gets bounced to my hand by Thing in the Ice. God bless the moderators, just like slaughtering the people that don't understand what's going on. Yeah. We're gonna pop on the next one. You can't win all of them. Again, Thing in the Ice is symmetrical. It returns both players' stuff. It doesn't flip your other Thing in the Ices because it sends non-horrors back to your hand. But Kiln Fiend is an elemental. It's not a horror. I don't expect everybody to know what every card in Magic does. I only expect you to know what the cards do if you're going to tell me we're playing them wrong. This hand's probably not bad against Valakut. We get a quick TT going. So the fact that I drew this land, I think means that I'm not going to play Serum Visions because I just want max spells to like flip these things aggressively. actual factual rampant growth. Actual factual rampant growth. What? I tweeted the Jeskai Ascendancy list, and no, it does not. Sylvan Awakening doesn't fix problems that Jeskai Ascendancy has. So I don't like to add cards randomly to deck lists. I like to modify them by fixing problems that the deck has, and I don't think that that qualifies. I think I want to play a second... I didn't see your question, Nivik, so feel free to re-ask it. I think I want to play a second thing in the ice before I start trying to flip here. Thanks, Grixis guy. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. Welcome to a live one. Yeah, Shoal or Ramp Spell. Actually, we are shoaling the shit out of that one. Get that one right off my lawn. Huh. Now that I Disrupting Shoal, is there an argument to just jamming the thing this turn? It's tonight, Nivik. My evening streams are on Wednesday night. The Kiln Fiend could kill them, but they often play Lightning Bolt and Sweltering Suns and Anger of the Gods in the main deck. So I don't think that playing Kiln Fiend is right. Playing Kiln Fiend is super wrong, chat. Again, it gets bounced by Thing in the Ice, and flipping Thing in the Ice isn't optional. I think playing the second thing is correct here. I could definitely see an argument for just like flipping this other one aggressively and like digging for Battle Rage. Land's actually a pretty good draw. Pretty sure we start with Manamorphose. Make red blue here. Because Bolt is lethal, right? That's not quite lethal, is it? It's not because I'm short mana. They're dead to Bolt. So I want a Serum Visions to start because it digs me the most. I think I just go bottom here. Mutagenic Growth is also lethal. Yep, so definitely want to bottom. Hey, Griffin Sen, thanks for the 11-month tier 3 resubscription. Be sure to let me know what you want your donation deck for the month to be. Thank you for the continued support at the top level. Another month, another 03. I picked poorly with Manamorphose. Although, with this thing in the ice not flipped yet, that means Titan's probably not lethal next turn. So, like, we get to just go ahead and play this. Although I guess Titan's gonna get to kill this, right? But they kill this, then Battle Rage on this one kills them through a Titan. Not quite. Battle Rage on that does not quite kill them through a Titan. Maybe it does? They're basically at 14. It's exactly lethal, right? So this is where these interactions end. This is the penultimate Hoagland Does Twitter for the afternoon. This is how you end interactions like this on Twitter. There's this sweet little drop down over here, and then if you mouse down, there's this button. It cleans it right up for you. Cleans the timeline right up for you. All right, so Negate and Blood Moon are great here. Negate and Blood Moon are great. Dive Down is actually okay, right? Because the +3 defense from this actually lets it stop Anger of the Gods. This is definitely a Battle Rage matchup. Is Shoal's probably too slow? Shoal's probably too slow. And Enigma Drake's probably a touch slow, but we also can't afford to board out that many threats. Always love a third act, bringing everything together, right? Yeah, I think I like this. I think I like this. It's not only because of evasion, this card doesn't require you play a bunch of spells in the same turn to make it lethal. So like in the fair interactive matchups, a card like Enigma Drake is much better than Nivik Cyclops because you don't have to constantly play things to deal damage with it. When you timed me out yesterday, it was the longest 10 minutes of my life. Oh, Marty. So I think we're supposed to lead on Kiln Fiend here and just like hope to get them quickly. And then if like the Kiln Fiend plan goes to shit, we'll follow up with Thing in the Ice. There's a pretty good chance this dies and then we end up being too slow on the draw. But like without a bunch of Manamorphose, we're going to be a little bit slow anyways. So I think I want to jam this. Can I feel the sword? Of course, Knight. Of course, we've got your back. We really want to draw some lands here, actually, right? Good chance we're dead next turn. I guess because I didn't find a land, I just take this and I bolt here and then I correct them for 7. It's almost a new... You're not wrong, Justin. It is almost a new month. It is almost a new month. You do get a freebie terrible deck every month. One a month. I locked myself out of my car enough during college that I ended up getting a spare key made and just putting it in my wallet. Because, like, I'd be, like, sitting in my car waiting for someone, and then, like, I'd get out of my car and lock the door without taking my keys out with me. And it had happened, like, 2 or 3 times. I was like, this is stupid. I'm putting a key in my wallet. Hey, B-Roth, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. And there's a lot of great people making content on Twitch right now, so thanks for supporting mine this month with that. All right, so say Scape Shift. 7 Landscape Shift isn't lethal here. 8 Landscape Shift is very lethal. Go ahead and just pack it in. I don't think I really have anything. I don't think I really want to change anything. We're just a little bit slow on the draw. One of their better linear draws in the play. We need more cupcakes in our lives. Don't we all need more cupcakes in our lives? Thanks for the bits extra. I appreciate it. Welcome to everyone. If everyone's having a good Wednesday, hanging out, playing some Modern. Currently 2-1 in this league, heading into game 3 against Red Green Titan. After this deck, we've got some Jeskai Ascendancy coming up, and then we've got ooh, the cupcakes. Got some Jeskai Ascendancy coming up, and then we're gonna wrap up with some Dredge for the morning. I will also be back again this evening once we put the kids to bed. So shorter Wednesday stream in the morning, and then I'll also be back Wednesday evening. Mutagenic Growth is kind of the nut here because it means we can protect our Kiln Fiend against a bolt, which is great. Yep, most of the things we play are donation decks in the stream. Fetching an island here because we do have Blood Moons in our deck. Those are the wrong kind of bits. Look at your salty bits bounce off the cupcakes. Whoa, there was a donation in there. Fleck Mister with the $10 donation. Mr. Peasy take 2. 10 out of 10 will do, Fleck Mister. Can you do me a favor and drop me a message with the current Peasy deck list you'd like me to use? I delete the links once we play something out of the queue. So I don't currently have the link again. Yeah, Sandman Ness. Be sure to, if you watch the replay on YouTube later, we point out a couple of lines where you could have maybe optimized a little bit more. I'm pretty sure you missed lethal at one point in our third game. Battle Rage? Battle Rage? Steve-O is really annoying and blocks my dudes. We'll take a quick peek for a Battle Rage here. Or a quick opt, I guess. I don't think I'm going to play another Serum Visions. This isn't actually going to connect here, but I want to cast my cantrips to look for a Battle Rage for next turn, I think. So I found another cantrip. I'm just going to go ahead and jam here again. Go bottom here, I think. So I can find something to clean them up next turn. Pretty good chance we have to use the Mutagenic Growth to keep this alive next turn. Sakura Tribelder is just the best Rampant Growth. Just like Rampant Growth gain 10. Card's OP. I wonder if that's the most Steve has ever gained in his life. Damn it, Steve. Ugh. My balls are wet, chat. That's so rude. All right, Bolt was a good draw. Bolt was a good draw. Some wet, soggy balls. Battle Rage is like effectively Distortion Strike, but better in a lot of ways, so we're actually in an okay spot here still, right? Just hoping not to get Titan next turn. No, Canklebiter. As soon as you've... Damping Sphere doesn't need the spell to resolve in order to count it as having been cast. Yeah, we've seen a lot of cards. We definitely run a little bit bad this game, right? Like, I've been bottoming cards really aggressively, and we've still just been bricking off. Hey, Name, thank you very much for the brand new Tier 1 subscription. I do appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, triple Steve's kind of brutal too. Remember, like, the first Steve gained them 10, and they're currently at 10, so a lot of things have broken well for them this game, and not a lot is quite going our way quite. Oh, geez. This Steve can even, when they sack this Steve, it's going to kill our Kilnfiend. Is that lethal? I think that's lethal. I think that's lethal. Because we bolt this to get it out of the way, and then we Mutagenic Growth when they... Because this costs me 2, and then this costs me Phyrexian plus 2 more. Yeah, it has to be bolt because of the Damping Sphere, chat. Because this requires me to tap these 2 lands. So they don't have a bolt in their hand here. They're dead. So they need a bolt. They need a bolt in their hand. They need a bolt in their hand. This is going to be their 6th mountain, which lets them target Kilnfiend. All right. Survey says. Nice. Nice wet ball. Your damn balls ain't got nothing on me. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We're 3-1, waiting for the 5th and final match in this league to pop. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30+ hours a week. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing. Make sure you follow the channel. That one doesn't cost you anything. Also, be sure to check out some of our sponsors. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn your Magic cards into other cards or cash directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee right off the top. And of course, the wonderful moderation staff here would like to welcome you to Hoaglandia. Be sure to talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator for your complimentary timeout. I'm afraid should we even play the 5th match? We're 3-1, and this deck's a modern deck, so I'm pretty sure that means we just can't win. Tron's actually an okay matchup for this deck, right? Like, on paper, this is the type of deck that, like, beats up on Tron. I think I'm gonna fetch a Steam Vents here. We're looking for a 3rd land or a 2-mana threat. Serum Visions is definitely a keep here. Not only does it increase the power of our Enigma Drake, but it also can help us find that 3rd land so we can cast the Drake on time. I played Hallowed One on stream before. We played Hallowed One on stream a few times back when it was a breakout deck from the Pro Tour. So that was a while ago at this point. It was in fact time for the Hallowed One button, chat. Do you like to linear, chat? Do you like to linear? Do I want this land? I'm pretty sure I want the other Enigma Drake. Am I supposed to top the land? Like with the dive down, with the Temur Battle Rage, I kind of want to hit my 4th land, I think. Well, I guess I can just play my other spells out proactively. I guess I'm also kind of likely to hit a land with the Manamorphose. Yeah, in case of Burning Inquiry. Yeah, I'm gonna top here. I think there's a non-zero chance I want the land anyways, and like keeping it as a little bit of insurance against Inquiry. Drake's got a big butt, and he cannot lie. What's going on, Kessel? Good morning. Yeah, MTG bot is dead this morning. We've been live for an hour and a half. Green Sky Dragon with the $8 donation. Thank you for that. I'm tired of seeing my sisters sitting beneath Mill. Shadow is a garbage. Fire against them may in fact make them cry. Thank you very much. I'll get that added to the queue. It's fine. I didn't want those cards anyways. They've been to Drake, but we also drew another Drake, so I guess I'll take it. They have a Delve threat here. We might not have a lot to do. Yeah, they have a Delve threat. They get to keep exactly Bird. Do I want to trade these Drakes or do I want to race? I could just bolt this Bloodghast here, and then I can trade with the Gurmag Angler next turn. Do we like that? Is that too defensive? I'm not really sure what our role is currently. I'm unsure if we like have turning power at this point. Like, they're gonna get the first combat steps, which seems scary. I could also just bolt them. That kind of leaves my windows open. This gets it in the bin sooner. Wow, Manamorphose is a good draw. Alright. Well, Battle Rage is lethal. Battle Rage is lethal. Do I just block nothing and try and kill them here? I think I block nothing and try and kill them here. You do want to be Beetle? Yeah, I think I'm going to take this hit and just try and kill them next turn. Just probably ambitious, but okay, they've stoned nothing. We're getting closer to lethal. Wait, are they dead? Oh yeah, because this is gonna counter target spell. Oh, because I can Disrupting Shoal I can Disrupting Shoal without without having it be able to be countered, right? So I shock this in. Oh, I just need to bolt them actually, right? I don't even need to Disrupting Shoal. Let's Disrupting Shoal for style points. Do you like to party, Enigma Drake? Do you like to party? Enigma Drake likes to party. Do you remember when they shocked this in? They shocked this into bluff, right? And it cost them the game. They shocked this into bluff. And if they hadn't done that, they'd be going to 1 right now. So, Abrade and Flame Slash are the nut here. Rejection's probably not good enough. No, the bolt resolved. My bolt resolved. I didn't counter my bolt. Disrupting Shoal doesn't actually counter a spell if it doesn't cost X, and I paid 0 for X. So they'd have gone to 1. My bolt resolved and put them to 9. What do I want to trim here? It's definitely at least a cantrip, right? So let's trim an opt. Might even be 2. 2 cantrips and a shoal. That makes sense. It's our sub, baby. Crazy Ship. Thanks for the 9-month resubscription. I'm gonna trim another shoal. That's probably fine. Thank you, and welcome back. The opponent's deck doesn't actually play that much removal. I think trimming another shoal is probably reasonable. We definitely want all 4 of these pieces of removal. It's great. You should always keep any hand that's close to playable against this deck, because your hand might not be your hand 30 seconds later. And again, fear the Drake! Fear the Drake! Gonna give it to you! Gonna give it to you! God, that's fucking great. That's so good. It's so good! All right, if they don't have a fatal push, this thing in the ice is gonna be very lethal very quickly. I mean, I don't think that this is a bad card to board in against us. I just wasn't thinking about people boarding in sideboard hate against us. Like, so one of the reasons why Nihil Spellbomb is a very good sideboard card is because the cost of boarding in Nihil Spellbomb is very low because it cycles, right? So like, even when this card isn't amazing, it's still fine. So I really don't mind the opponent boarding in Nihil Spellbomb here. It seems fine by and large. Yeah, I think that people saying like the opponent was silly or bad for bringing in Spellbomb, I think you're overreacting. I was just caught off guard because when like, what was going through my head when I was thinking about how they might sideboard, Nihil Spellbomb definitely wasn't on the list of cards that I was thinking about. They have Kill Our Thing into Delve Thread here. We're gonna have a hard time assembling pressure. I wonder if because they're boarding in spell bombs, if we're supposed to trim Enigma Drakes and bring the Pyromancers in. The Drake's pretty good though. We won game 1. Huh. I think I'm gonna go bottom here. Next turn, I'm probably going to filter into red and double bolt the Skirmag Angler. Yeah. Yep, for sure. I think Pyro's okay. I think the fact that, hey, let's welcome MTG Bot back from the dead. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now, so that way in case I draw a land, I can play it out. No, I don't think I play Drake even if I draw a land here. Like, the fact that they have Spellbomb in play just makes the Drake much worse. We'll see if they cycle this Spellbomb aggressively or not. Probably depends on how much other action they have left going on. Doesn't seem like much. I guess with the Bloodghast in play, they're not in a huge rush to cycle the Spellbomb because they are like poking us. Alright, that was a good one. Doesn't even deal damage to us. This Spirebluff Canal, I'm so happy that they finally finished this cycle. I'm annoyed that it took them as long as it took them to finish this cycle, but I'm glad that it finally happened. Yeah, I'm really glad that this cycle finally got finished. Terminate. Woof. I was expecting Fatal Push, was not expecting Terminate. All right, well, we're taking that. We're not quite on a fast enough clock that I feel like I need to jam this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass the turn here. I can defend the Kiln Fiend from a Lightning Bolt here, but I can't defend it from a Fatal Push or a Terminate. So I'm just gonna wait a turn. I don't think we're quite low enough yet. In fact, I'm gonna burn this Abrade here as a gain 2, I think. Just because we're a little bit low and my mana's kind of going to be tied up for the next few turns. So I think using this as a gain 2 is like a reasonable use. Yeah, I think so, Brian. I think it's worth it. I'm going to burn this as a way to save this. And I'm going to hold the dive down even though it costs mana, just because I want to be able to play around Fatal Push and Terminate. I think they'll finish. I have no idea. I don't think those lands are very good in Modern, so I don't really care if they finish them personally. Not yet, Basic. We're up a game in this last match, actually. So even if we... Look at that. Just super rewarded for good sequencing. Even if we lose this game, we get a third game on the play. Dive down deep. Yeah, I agree. I think their hand is probably just stacked full of removal spells and or lands, so... Okay, sweet. The Nihil Spellbomb cycle is actually pretty good for us here, because it means my opponent's likely out of answers to this. They need to dig for it, so they don't have it as is. How do you think Dredge is positioned currently? I think it's okay. I think it's a fine deck if you're okay losing to sideboard cards. I think Dredge is a deck that's always kind of okay, but Dredge doesn't get to pick which decks it's good and bad against. Dredge is good against people that don't want to beat it, and it's bad against people that want to beat it. This league is taking longer than I was expecting, so we might not actually get to Dredge this morning. That's probably going to be the game. You can whisper me on Twitch, Kzizzle, or I see you've got that sub icon next to your name already. You can feel free to message me on Discord as well. All right. I think the way that game played out, I'd rather have these Young Pyromancers than 2 of these Drakes. And they boarded in a lot of removal. I'm going to bring a Shoal back in. I will message you after you message me. This is good. Just a good reminder for people in general. If you're messaging me about deck strengths and seeing me play, I won't message you back while I'm streaming. So after I wrap up the stream, I always publish YouTube videos and then check my messages everywhere. And Flipnessa could be better. I really like the main deck Reclamation Sage, but I'm also a sucker for a toolbox, so I might be a little bit biased. I think there's enough main deck artifacts and enchantments you randomly want to kill with that deck that it's probably fine. We are 3-1. Don't ask me what we've played against. That all goes in and out the window. I played too many games of Magic. Archive will be up on YouTube as always. Is Dispel a consideration over Shoal here? Maybe. It's just like, if you watch these games, we're really tight on mana a lot of the time. So like, I feel like we're going to have a hard time holding up mana for Dispel. Sounds okay. It's another land, but it's got a cantrip in it. Double threat's pretty good. Ding. Flameblade on 1's very good for them. This is secretly one of the best cards in this deck. I'm pretty sure I just want to play Kiln Fiend here rather than kill their thing. Just want to try and be aggressive while we're on the play. Hopefully they just play like Goblin Lore here. Would be ideal for us. Tilt. Yeah, it's pretty good. We're gonna take a lot of damage next turn. Click through their combat stuff there by mistake. Untapped land is excellent here. Let's just play this with dive down back up. Need to cast 3 spells next turn to kill them. Get a couple of shots at some 1-mana things. Four cards in their hand. They could have 2 pieces of removal and 4 cards. Definitely possible. Oh. Enjoy the slide down, chat. I do still have Mutagenic Growth in my deck. Yep. There's a lot of Flameblade Adepts opponent. They can also like Burning Empire and like completely fuck with our hand here. I hate this card so much. I wonder who's more triggered right now, Flameblade Adept or me? It's probably pretty close. It's a good draw. We don't have it guaranteed here. Really wanted to draw 1 mana. Really wanted to draw a 1 mana. What's it called spell? I could have a bolt or a fatal push here. It's a shame we didn't draw something to go with this. Hopefully they're just dead anyways. Opponent said GG's. Hopefully that means for them. Big scary Kiln Fiend monster. Do you feel like it's dead right now, right? Alrighty. Survey says. Survey says. Oh, got him. This deck's kind of sweet. I really like what Thing in the Ice does for a deck like this. The fact that, like, so one of the problems with a deck like this is if your opponents can get on the board, they can efficiently race you because a lot of the times you're not interacting with their board well. So the fact that Thing in the Ice gives this deck a proactive way to send your opponent's board back to their hand while you're tempoing them is like really, really sweet. This might be the best Manamorphose deck I've ever played. Just between Kiln Fiend and Thing and Enigma Drake, like, this deck's definitely a hoot to play. And the fact that, like, you have all these cantrips here is pretty sweet. Is this peak nonsense? I think these peaks are nonsense, right? Like, it's cute that you can, like, look at your opponent's hand, I guess. I'm pretty sure this is nonsense, though. We just turned forward, basically. I think you're just supposed to play more ops. No peaks, went up to 18 lands. Those changes sound like they make sense to me. Those changes sound reasonable. So my other takeaway from this was a card someone asked about earlier. Enigma Drake is really good. And one of the things that I think really makes this deck pretty reasonable is that the fact that 2 of our threats are resilient to Lightning Bolt feels like a big deal. It seems like that is a great axis to be able to attack on. The fact that, like, both of these get to dodge that. And the fact that this costs 3 isn't a strict downside, because costing 3 makes it harder for it to die to fatal push, which is a real upside some of the time, I think. Yeah, this deck was sweet. I would definitely play it again. I think playing decks that have a high cantrip count is a lot of fun because you get to make a lot of choices with them. And we ran people down with a 4-1. Speaking of decks with a high cantrip count,